Start that again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm welcome to the Gaelic Club. This Friday night is something that's, I think, for the Gaelic Club a little bit unusual because I'm not an Irishman. I'm from Scotland. I'll be playing you some of the traditional music of Scotland. We have an old custom in Scotland known as night visiting, which is a fancy name for creeping into your girlfriend's bedroom when her mum and dad are asleep. It's very popular in Scotland, particularly with the young ladies. This is a song about night visiting. It's called I'm a Rover. There's ne'er a night but I'm bound to ramble, ne'er a night but I'm bound to roam, and ne'er a night but I'm bound to ramble to the arms of my ain true love. I'm a rover, I'm seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. So lightly crowd to her bedroom window, even gently upon the stone. So lightly crowd through her bedroom window, my darling dear, do you lie alone? I'm a rover, I'm seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Well, she raised her head with her down soft pillow, with her arms wrapped all around her breast, saying, who is not at my bedroom window, disturbing me at my long night's rest? I'm a rover, I'm seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Said he, my dear, it's your ain true lover, open up the door, love, and let me in, for I am come on my long night's journey, in this rain I'm soaked to the skin. I'm a rover, I'm seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Well, she's opened up the door with the greatest pleasure, she's opened up the door and she's let him in, and they embraced and they kissed each other till the morning they lay as one. I'm a rover, I'm seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Said he, my dear, I must gang and leave you to climb the hills that stand far above, but I will climb with the greatest pleasure, since I've been in the arms of my own true love. I'm a rover, I'm seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. dark as a dungeon, not a star can be seen above. I will be guided without a stumble to the arms of my ain true love. I'm a rover of seldom sober, I'm a rover of a high degree, and when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my love's company. Oh, thank you very much. Well, good evening, small but dear audience. This next song is probably one that anyone that's even remotely familiar with Scottish music would know this one. It's a ploughman song, a very romantic one. I'm sorry. The scene is set before we start the song on a stormy night just outside of Dundee, where a young girl is walking the road on her own. And she meets with a ploughboy, and they share the journey together. At the end of the road, they kiss and part. It's called The Road and the Miles to Dundee. Cold winter was howling o'er moorland and mountain, wild were the waves on the deep rolling sea, when I met quite by chance with a smiling young lassie, who asked me the road and the miles to Dundee. Was it I, my dear lassie, I canny will tell ye, the road and the distance I canny will gie. But if you'll permit me to gang a wee bitty, I'll show ye the road and the miles to Dundee. Well, she sweetly consented and she gave me her arm, but I didn't ask who the lassie might be. She was just like an angel in feature and form, as she walked by my side on the road to Dundee. And the distance was short, with such a lass on my arm, and I, her smile was so comely to see. And my heart was contented, though oft times in storm, as she walked by my side on the road to Dundee. And at length with the house Strathmartin behind us, the spires o' the town in full view we could see. And she said, gentle sir, I will never forget ye, for showing me the road and the miles to Dundee. This ring and this purse tag to prove that I'm grateful, and some simple token you'll gie unto me. And in days a lang syne I'll remember the laddie who showed me the road and the miles to Dundee. Well, I took the goud pin by the clasp on my bosom. I said, keep ye this in remembrance o' me. I then bravely I kissed the sweet lips o' the lassie as I parted wi' her on the road to Dundee. So here's to the lassie, I cannae forget her, and ilka young laddie here listening to me. On never be sweart to conduct a young lassie, though it's only to show her the road to Dundee. Though it's only to show her the road to Dundee. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know many Irish songs, but this is one that I do know. It's a fine old Irish drinking song, translated out of the Gaelic. I'll sing you the English version because probably like most of you, I can't speak Irish. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe most of you are Irish speakers. It's a final piece of Irish wisdom called Another Round. And that's the chorus as well. It comes along at the end of each verse. It's a very short chorus. It's just quite simply, another round. Why spend your leisure bereft of pleasure, amassing treasure? Why scrape and save? Why look so canny at every penny? You'll take no money within the grave. Landlords and gentry with all their plenty must still go empty where'er they're bound. So to my thinking we'd best be drinking, our glasses sinking, another round. The huckster greedy, he grinds the needy, their strights unheeding, shouts money down. His special vices, his fancy prices, for a florin's value he'll charge a crown. With hump for trammel, the scripture's camel missed the needle's eye, and so came to ground. Why search for riches while still you've stitches to hold your breeches up? Another round. King Solomon's glory, so famed in story, was far outshone by the lily's guise. But cold frost hardens both field and gardens, pleading for pardon, the lily dies. Life's but a bauble of toil and trouble, a feathered arrow one shot ne'er found. So lads and lasses, because life passes, come fill your glasses up, another round. This next song is probably the original of the travelling salesman joke. It's a song that's well known in Ireland, but this is a Scottish version of the same song. The story is that a beggar comes to a farmhouse looking for lodging, is accepted in and stays the night. And the farmer's daughter takes a bit of a fancy to the old beggar man, creeps out of bed in the middle of the night when mum and dad are fast asleep, and hops into bed alongside him. In the morning, when she wakes up and realizes what a scruffy old man he really is, and how she's thrown away her virginity, her chastity on such an old scruff, he suddenly strips off his torn old clothes and reveals himself to be none other than the King of Scotland himself. The story's called The Jolly Beggar, and the chorus, if you want to sing with me, it's in heavy Scots, so it's a chance for you to try out your Scottish accents. It goes, "We'll gang nae mair a roving, sae late into the nicht." Now that means we'll go no more a roving so late into the night. We'll gang nae mair a roving so late into the nicht. We'll gang nae mair a roving, let the moon shine ere sae bricht. It's sort of like a Brobrecht moonlicht nicht, isn't it? Here we go with The Jolly Beggar. was a jolly beggar man. He was dressed in green, and he was seeking lodging at a town near Aberdeen. The farmer's daughter, she came down, she spied him cheek and chin. Oh, she said, he is a handsome lad, and I pray you take him in, and we'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. The beggar, he wouldn't lie in the barn, yet would he lie in the byre, but he would in the corner lie down by the kitchen fire. Oh, then the beggar's bed was made with good clean corn and stray, and down upon the kitchen floor the jolly beggar lay. And we'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. Farmer's daughter, she got up to bar the kitchen door, and there she saw the beggar standing naked on the floor. He caught the lassie in his arms, to the bed he ran. Oh, hooly, hooly, way, me sir, lest you waken their good man. And we'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. The beggar, he been a canny lad, ne'er a word he spak, till he felt the lassie tremble, aye, then he began to crack. Are there runny cats about the farm, or any dogs at all? For I fear they'll reave my meal pukes before I gang a war. And we'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. She's ta'en his meal pukes in her horn, thrown them o'er the wall. Saying, the devil take your meal pukes, my maiden means a war. And we'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. Oh, had ye been a canny lass, as I took ye to be, I'd have made ye the finest lady in all my hale country. Then he's ta'en a horn from his side, blown it loud and shrill, and 24 belted knights came a-marching o'er the hill. And he's ta'en his horn from his side, let his old duddies fall, and he stood the finest belted knight that was among them all. And we'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. We'll gang the mare a roving till late into the night. We'll gang the mare a roving, let the moonshine early break. Thank you. All right, here's a final Scots story song. There's countless versions of this. Again, it's in rather heavy dialect, but I've tried to anglicise it as much as possible without spoiling the spirit of the song. It's the story of a fella called Geordie McIntyre. Geordie was a crofter up in Skye. He was a dirty old bugger, indeed he was. One day he decided it was about time to clean out his cowshed, or his byre, as it's called in Scotland. So he enlisted a bit of help. He got his wife and his daughter, and they went in there, started cleaning out the shed. But I think an overgenerous libation of the crater before they started the job just about wrecked things before they even started. It's called the mucking of Geordie's byre, or the cleansing of George's cowshed. in a relic called Croft on the side of the hill, around the bend frae Sprotty's mill. Doing his best to join the kill of Geordie McIntyre. He had a wife as swear as himsel, a daughter as black as old Nick himsel. Give us an ear and a story we'll tell of the mucking of Geordie's byre. Oh, the forket was lost in the broom as well, the barrow was gammy for want of oil. There was a row and a terrible smell at the mucking of Geordie's byre. The daughter went in the straw to sweep, the old wife started to swipe the greep, when Geordie slipped in a rotten heap at the mucking of Geordie's byre. When into the greep came Geordie's sow and stood right up behind the cow. The cow gave a kick and it started a row at the mucking of Geordie's byre. Oh, the forket was lost in the broom as well, the barrow was gammy for want of oil. There was a row and a terrible smell at the mucking of Geordie's byre. The old wife, she was bending doon, the sow was kickit on the croon. The pig stuck its head up the old wife's goon at the mucking of Geordie's byre. The daughter, she came through the barn door, and seeing her mother, she let out a roar. To the midden she ran and fell over the boar at the mucking of Geordie's byre. Oh, the forket was lost in the broom as well, the barrow was gammy for want of oil. There was a row and a terrible smell at the mucking of Geordie's byre. The pig jumped over the midden dyke and o'er the rigs wi' Geordie's tyke. They both ran into a wild bee's bike at the mucking of Geordie's byre. The cocks and hens began to crow when Biddy astride the pig they saw. The postie sheltie ran awa at the mucking of Geordie's byre. Oh, the forket was lost in the broom as well, the barrow was gammy for want of oil. There was a row and a terrible smell at the mucking of Geordie's byre. 100 years have passed and mair, where Sprotty's was, the hill is bare, and the croft is awa, and there's nothing left there. Oh, the mucking of Geordie's byre. His folks are all dead since Auld Lang Syne, in case his memory we should time. Just whistle this tune, it'll keep you in mind of the mucking of Geordie's byre. Oh, the forket was lost in the broom as well, the barrow was gammy for want of oil. There was a row and a terrible smell at the mucking of Geordie's byre. Thank you. I'll just put my other guitar on. All of the songs that I've been singing up until now have been traditional. That means that nobody knows who made them up, sort of like jokes. This one is a composition by one of Scotland's finest writers and poets and playwrights, a fellow called Ewan MacColl. And it's a song about the way that the old gypsy life, the old roving life, has gradually been legislated out of existence. At the present moment in Britain, I know it's not the case in Ireland, but it's illegal for gypsies to set up a camp on common land. At the same time, it's also illegal for them not to have a home, to be on the road, to be vagrant. So they got them by the balls both ways. This is a song about it. It's called Goodbye to the 30-Foot Trailer. And if you want to sing the chorus, it goes, farewell, goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker, the gypsy, and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. The old... Oh, wrong key. That's better. The old ways are changing, you can't deny. For the day o' the traveller's over, for there's nowhere to gang and there's nowhere to bide, so for we'll take the life o' the rover. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker and the gypsy and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. I'll sing the chorus once more, you can try it with me. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker and the gypsy and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Farewell to the cant and the travelling tongue, farewell to the Romany talking, the buying and selling, the old fortune telling, the knock on the door and the hawking. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker and the gypsy and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Farewell to the fields where we've sweated and toiled at pooing and shawing and lifting. They'll soon hae machines and the travelling quines, and their men folk had better be shafting. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker and the gypsy and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. You've got to move fast to keep up with the times, for these days a man canna donder. There's a bylaw to say ye mun be on your way, and another that says you can't wander. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker and the gypsy and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. The old ways are passing, and soon they'll be gone, for progress is a big factor. It's sent to afflict us, and when they evict us, they tow us away a tractor. Goodbye to the tent and the old caravan, to the tinker and the gypsy and the travelling man, and goodbye to the 30-foot trailer. Thank you. Here's a fine old Scottish love song. I'm trying to play all my quieter songs at the start of the night because so I'm hoping someone's going to turn up. I'm sorry, you've got the advantage on me there. I can't hear a word you're saying. This is a song about a ploughboy who has an affair with the farmer's daughter, and social custom being what it was, that was an unacceptable situation to the farmer. So your man got duly sent for and dismissed. It's called Bogey's Bonny Bell. As I come in behind Tullytown, yen morning for to feed, I'm a 10-way bogey a Kearney, with him I did agree. To draw his twa best horses, to plough and win and hew, and do anything but fair and war, I very well could do. and her name was Isabel. She was the flower o' the valley, and the primrose o' the dell. And when she went out walking, she chose me for her guide. Doon by the Banna Kearney, to watching the fishes glide. Were past under this lassie, she lost her bloom, and the red it fell fae her rosy cheeks, and her eyes began to swoon. And when 9 months were past under, she brought forth to me a son, and I was courtly called for to see what could be done. I said that I would marry her, but no, that wouldna do, for you're no a match for my bonny belle. She's no a match for you. Well, now she's married to a tinker chiel wha bides in Huntly Town. He mends pots and pans and paraffin lamps, and he scours the country round. And maybe she's gotten a better lad, old Bogey he canna tell. So farewell ye banks of Huntly side, and Bogey's bonny bell. Hi, thank you. Here's a wee song about a lady, a housewife who gets bored with her husband and bored with the kids and the life at home. And she runs away with a soldier. And she hasn't been gone very long before she realizes that she's made a terrible mistake. And she wants to come back to her old man. But when she comes back, he's too proud to accept her back and sends her away again. Then he changes his mind and goes running after her, but by then it's a wee bit too late. It's called Peggy and the Soldier. Was an old soldier, he came fae the sea, his musket all over his shoulder, and on pretty Peggy he cast his eye, and she spit her eye on the soldier. He said, my gold and my silver it shall be thine, I'll give you all my gold and my plunder, if you'll leave your land and your husband dear, and sail o'er the sea with the soldier. Oh, they hadn't been sailing a week or more, her lover he turned to anger. He kicked her and he pecked her and he called her a whore, and said, go back to your John in the morning. When Peggy got home it was late in the night, she was ashamed to be seen. It was under the window she listened a while, as her husband was nursing the baby. He cried, rock-a-bye my little one, and don't you cry, your mother's gone and left you in sorrow. But But if she comes back, well, she can't stay here. She can go back to sea with her soldier. Oh, open the door, love, and let me in. I'll never prove false any longer. You can go from a doorway and leave me alone. You can find you a home with your soldier. Peggy walked up, oh, as Peggy walked down, people asked her where she was going. Well, she made not an answer, she couldn't tell where. She was bound o'er the sea with her soldier. But her husband, he mounted his high horseback. He rode until he came to the water. Oh, but when he got there, it was late in the night, and she fled o'er the sea with her soldier. He abused the man that builded the boat, abused the captain that sailed her. He abused the wind and the waters clear, sent Peggy o'er the sea with her soldier. I played you a song by Ewan MacColl. That was the 30-Foot Trailer. This is another of Ewan's songs. Oh, sorry about that. This one was recorded by the Dubliners, so it might be familiar to quite a few of you. It's a song based on the recollections of an old fisherman called Sam Larner, who told the story of his life to Ewan MacColl, and Ewan made a song out of it. It's called The Bonny Shoals of Herring. And gear were fair on the wild and wasteful ocean. At suit there on the deep that we harvest and reap our bread. As we hunt the bonny shoals of Herring. Oh, it was a fine and a pleasant day. Out the Yarmouth harbour I was faring, as a cabin boy on a sailing lugger. We were off to hunt the shoals of Herring. Aye, and the work was hard, and the hours were long, and the treatment, sure it took some bearing. There was little kindness, and the kicks were many, as we hunted for the shoals of Herring. Now you're upon deck, you're a fisherman. You can swear and show a manly bearing. Take your turn on deck with the other fellows, while you're following the shoals of Herring. fished the swath and the broken bank. I was cook and I'd a quarter sharing, and I used to sleep standing on my feet, and I'd dream about the shoals of Arran and the stormy seas and the living gales, just to earn your daily bread, you're daring, from the Dover Straits to the Faroe Islands, and you're following the shoals of Arran. Now I earned my keep and I paid my way, and I earned the gear that I was wearing, sailed 1,000,000 miles, caught 10,000,000 fishes. We were following the shoals of Arran. Night and day the seas were daring, from wind or hail or winter gales, sweating and cold, growing up, growing old and dying, as we hunt the bonny shoals of Arran. Okay, I'm going to play one more song and take a little break. It's time I had a beer and a cigarette, I think. This is a rather unusual sort of Scottish song because it's about drinking. What makes it really unusual is that it's anti-drink. I'll sing this before I go off and have a wee beer. No, seriously, it's about a man that's got a drinking problem and his wife's trying to get him out of the pub and home to the wife and kids. Well, she's the wife, but home to the kids. It's called Farewell to Whiskey. Man, do you know, think of rising, for the day is well spent, and the night's coming on, and your cellar's sardine, and your pine stoop is empty. Oh, rise, my man Johnny, I and come awa him. Was that I hear speaking so kindly? Oh, again, it's the voice of my ain wifey Jean. Oh, come here, my dear lassie, and sit down beside me. There's room in this tavern for more than just me. Oh, but Johnny, my man, your bairns is all greeting, nae meal in the barrel to fill our wee wines, while ye're sat here drinking, they're crying and lamenting. Oh, rise, my man Johnny, I and come awa him. mind the time that we courted on the bed of primroses. We baited satin, pecking at the flowers, content in your company. Oh, you ne'er thought it lang long.
Hello again, everybody. For those of you that have just joined us, my name's Alistair Hulett. I won't ask you to introduce yourselves, there's too many of you. I come from Scotland, and so at the Irish Club tonight we're having an evening of traditional Scots music. This first song is about a fella who's on the run from the English, a Scottish rebel. He was being hunted down by the Redcoats. And his sympathizers secreted him in a young lady's bed to hide him from the soldiers. And she liked him an awful lot. And the chorus goes, "Lees me on your curly pow." That means, how I love your curly hair. "Lees me on your curly pow, bonny Davy, dainty Davy. Lees me on your curly pow, my ain dear dainty Davy." Pursued by dragoons, within my bed he was laid down, and weel a wat he was worth his room, my ain dear dainty Davy. Now lees me on your curly pow, bonny Davy, dainty Davy. Lees me on your curly pow, my ain dear dainty Davy. He came in through the window boards with a tarly barley's a hanging o'er, and the sweetest kiss that e'er I got, it was from my dainty Davy. Now lees me on your curly pow, bonny Davy, dainty Davy. Lees me on your curly pow, my ain dear dainty Davy. Down among my father's peas, and then behind the cherry trees, I let him kiss me as he pleased, my ain dear dainty Davy. Now lees me on your curly pow, bonny Davy, dainty Davy. Lees me on your curly pow, my ain dear dainty Davy. Or had I land, they would me a task command. Dost ne'er forget what he put in my hand, it was a dainty Davy. Now lees me on your curly pow, bonny Davy.
my own dear dainty Davy.
Thank you. Am I the only one who wants to sing tonight? All right, here's a chorus. I'll teach it to you very slowly and tell you all the words and translate it because you probably won't understand a bloody word of it. It's all in heavy Scots. And maybe we can sing it together. All right, the chorus goes, the Plewman lads, they're gay braw lads, but they're false and deceiving all, for they gang awa and they bide awa, and they leave their lassies grieving all. That means young Scottish agricultural workers are devilishly handsome. They are nevertheless cads and bounders, wandering hither and thither, breaking the hearts of young ladies. So back in Scots again, the Plewman lads, they're gay braw lads, but they're false and deceiving o, for they gang awa and they bide awa, and they leave their lassies grieving o. Just work out the chords. Okay, here we go. Oh, when I was no but sweet 16, and in beauty formed and blooming, oh, it's little I did ken by 99 degree to know, for the Plewman lads, they're gay braw lads, but they're false and deceiving, no, for they gang awa and they bide awa, and they leave their lassies greeting, no. 3 people are singing, we'll try it again. Maybe we'll get 3 more. Are the Plewman lads, they're gay braw lads, but they're false and deceiving, no, for they gang awa and they bide awa, and they leave the lassies greeting, no. Had I but kenned, but I knew ken, and ten my mammy's bidding, no, I would not be sitting at her fireside, crying we sharpa to your mammy, oh, for the Plewman lads, they're gay braw lads, but they're false and deceiving, no, for they gang awa and they bide awa, and they leave the lassies greeting, no. Oh, it's wisher-a-pa, but I'm your ma, but God knows who's your father, oh, but we'll take good care and we'll bide aware, oh, the young men in the gloaming, oh, for the Plewman lads, they're gay braw
lads, but they're fuss and deceiving, no, for they gang awa, and they bide awa, and they leave their lassies greeting, no. When I was no but sweet 16, and in beauty formed and blooming, oh, it's little I did ken my 99 be greeting, no, for the blooming lads, they're gay bra lads, but the fuss and deceiving, no, for they gang awa, and they bide awa, and they leave the lassies greeting, no.
Thank you. Just do a wee bit of retuning here. Since you did so well on that, here's another one. This one's from my native Glasgow. And if you've ever been to Glasgow, you'll know that far worse than the razor gangs, if Glasgow's got a reputation for violence, far worse than that has got to be the bus conductresses. They're like mud wrestlers, you know. This is a song about bus conductresses. A love song about a bus conductress, if that's not a contradiction in terms. And the chorus goes, she's just a Kelty clippy. That means she's just a scruffy bus conductress. She'll no tak nae advice. That means she's not influenced by the opinions of others. Would you agree with that, fellow Scott? Such drop deed a wall, bile your heed, or I'll punch your ticket twice. You work that out for yourself. Her father's just a waster. That means her father doesn't work. Her mother's on the game. That means her mother does work. She's just a Kelty clippy, but I love her just the same. I've travelled around this country from shore to shining shore, from the swamps of Auchnafarren to the jungles of Lochore. But in all these far-flung places, there's nothing can compare with my lily of Lumfinnan, my bonny Maggie Blair. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, she'll no tak nae advice. It's soch drop deed, I will bile your head, or I'll punch your ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, but I love her just the same. I met her on the 8:15, a night of romantic bliss. Said I, hey mag, put down your fag, gi'es a nice wee kiss. Oh, she didn't take that kindly, no, she didn't like my chat. And being a contrary kind of lass, she said, come on, get off. Oh, she's just a Celtic lippy, she'll no tak nae advice. It's soch drop deed, I will bile your head, or I'll punch your ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, but I love her just the same.
she doesn't have much culture. No, she drives me round the bend. She sits every night in an old armchair, reading the People's Friend. Her lapels is full of badges, from buttons down at Ayr, and she goes to the bingo every night with colours in her hair. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, she'll no take nae advice. It's soft drop deed, I'll boil your head, or I'll punch your ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, but I love her just the same. But things is a wee bit better now. I went and I got the ring. I won it from Tony at the pitch and toss last night at the Windsy Bing. Wear wee black hat and a ticket machine, she doesn't half look fair. She's my Lily of Lumphinen, my bonny Maggie Blair. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, she'll no take nae advice. It's soft drop deed, I'll boil your head, or I'll punch your ticket twice. Her father's just a waster, her mother's on the game. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, but I love her just the same. Aye, she's just a Celtic lippy, but I love her just the same.
This next one's for John. It's an English song. Does anyone have any objection? Oh, fair enough. Good. A lot of grand English songs. This one is of the category known as erotic. Not dirty, there's a difference. Around about the turn of the century, there were all these folk song collectors with little wire-rimmed spectacles and pinstripe suits and centre partings riding round the countryside of England on bicycles, collecting folk songs. When they weren't collecting butterflies, they were collecting folk songs. And they got a terrible shock because the English working class people weren't singing songs about Strawberry Fair at all. They were singing songs like this. This one's called Hunting the Bonny Black Hare. I shall sing it unaccompanied so that you don't miss a word. Oh! On the 14th of May, at the dawn of the day, with my gun on my shoulder, to the woodside did stray, in search of some game, if the weather proved fair, to see if I could fire a shot at the bonny black hare. Oh, well, I met this young girl there with a face like a rose, and her skin was as white as the lily that grows. I said, me fair maiden, oh, why ramble you so? Can you tell me where the bonny black hare do grow? Oh, the answer she gave me, oh, her answer was no. But under my apron I've heard tell it to grow, and if you'll not deceive me, I vow and declare we'll both go together to shoot at the bonny black hare. Well, I laid this girl down then with her face to the sky, and I took out my ramrod and my bullets likewise. I said, wrap your legs around me and dig in with your heels, for the closer we get, oh love, the better it feels. And the birds they were singing up in the bushes and trees, and the song that they sang was, oh, she's easy to please. I felt the rollick quiver, and I knew what I'd done, so I said, have you had enough of me old sporting gun? Ah, but the answer she gave me, oh, her answer was nay. It's not often young sportsmen like you come this way. If your powder is willing and your bullets play fair, why don't you keep firing on up at the bonny black hare? Oh, my powder is wasted and my bullets are gone.
And my ramrod is limp, love, and I cannot fire on. But I'll be back in the morning, and if you are still there, we'll both go together to shoot at the bonny black hare. Bonny black hare. This is a song that I learnt from the singing of a fella called Dick Gaughan. I know there's one Dick Gaughan fan here, at least. Oh, there's two, apart from myself, that is. So for both of them, for Claire and for Kerry, I shall try in my clumsy way to sing the song that I'm sure he sings much better. But it's a lovely song. It was written by a Scotsman called Phil McCulloch. It's called Song for Ireland. By tall towers where falcons build their nest, silver winged they fly. They know the call of freedom in their breast. Saw black head against the sky with twisted rocks that run to the sea. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. Stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Talking of the day with true friends who try to make you stay, telling jokes and news and singing songs to pass the time away. We saw the Galway salmon run like silver darting, dancing in the sun. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Drinking of the day in old pubs where fiddlers love to play. Saw one touch the bow, he played a reel which seemed so grand and gay. Saw the Galway salmon run like silver darting, dancing in the sun. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Dreaming in the night, I saw land where no one had to fight. Waking in your dawn, I heard you crying in the morning light. Living where the falcon fly, they twist and turn all in your air blue sky. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland.
Here's a couple of Glasgow street songs. Songs that the kids make up. The first one, are there any bedwetters here tonight? Hands up, all the bedwetters. This is a song about bedwetting. Hello, bedwetter from way back. How you doing, Jock? This is a song about a wee boy that keeps on wetting the bed. I remember when I was about 3, I used to sleep on a plastic sheet. I didn't write the song. And the chorus goes, wee wee, wee wee. And the next song I'm going to follow up with, because they're both very short, is what's called an accumulative song. And you've got to try and follow me. That means as I sing and we add it on, sort of like 100 green bottles, the same sort of thing. You've got to try to follow me. I'll help you along the way, but please do. We'll start off with Wee Wee Tot. Oh, when I was some wee wee tot, they took me from my wee wee cot. They put me down in my wee wee pot to see if I would wee or not. Wee wee, wee wee. Come on, everybody. Wee wee, wee wee. Oh, that's lovely. It's like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir out there. And when they saw that I would not, they took me from my wee wee pot, and they put me back in my wee wee cot, and there I wee weed quite a lot. Wee wee, wee wee, and again wee wee, wee wee. So they took me from my wee wee cot, and they smacked me on my wee wee bot, which goes to show when the weather's hot, it doesn't do to drink a lot. Wee wee, wee wee, wee wee, wee wee. Here's our accumulative song, try and follow me. 3 men fi quarantine went to join the parish. 3 men fi quarantine went to join the parish. 3 young unemployed Glasgow boys went to sign on for social security. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine went to join the parish. Sing along. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine went to join the parish. Oh, hello! 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine went to join the parish. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine went to join the parish. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob went to join the parish. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound dog called Bob went to join the parish.
3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound duck called Bob fi up our close along our street went to join the parish. Sing! 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound duck called Bob fi up our close along our street went to join the parish. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound duck called Bob fi up our close along our street, and a girl called Senga that works in the dairy. She's been scaly ever since a Malanda boy hit her in the head with a breed board went to join the parish. 3 men fi quarantine and a bottle of wine, and 5 Woodbine and a big black greyhound duck called Bob fi up our close along our street, and a girl called Senga that works in the dairy. She's been scaly ever since a Malanda boy hit her in the head with a breed board went to join the parish, and it was shut. Thank you. This is a Teuchter song, a song from Aberdeenshire. It's a serious one. I'll sing it unaccompanied. It's a ploughman's song, and it sort of describes their working day from the time that they rise to the time that they go to sleep. And the farmers in Scotland get their pound of flesh out of the lads. This is a song about their life. It's called Drumdelgie. Drumdelgie's a farm up in Kearney, which is right up in the very far northeast. I learned it from an Aberdeen singer called Norman Kennedy. Here we go, Drumdelgie. There's a fountain up in Kearney that's known both far and wide to be the great Drumdelgie on bonny Davern side. The farmer o' this muckle town, he is baith hard and sair, and the coldest day that ever blaws, the servants get their share. It's 5 o'clock that we rise up and hurry down the stair to corn and feed our horses, likewise to strack their hair. Syne after working half an hour, each day the kitchen goes to get yoked to our breakfast, which generally is brose. Aye, and we've hardly got our brose we'll supped, nor gin were pints at tie, when the greavy cries, "Hello, my lads, you'll be nae langer nigh." At 6 o'clock the mill's put on to gie us ostracht work, and 4 of us is to chaff at heart till ye could ring our sark. At 7 o'clock the mill's put off, we hurried down the stair to get some quarter through the fan ere daylight does appear. But when the skies begin to clear and the stars begin to appear, the skeevy cries, "Hello, my lads, you'll be nae langer near." Aye, but 4 of ye'll gang to the plough and 60 howkin neeps, and the house and they'll be after ye with straw rapes round their queets. The snow at Dungsonka hard the plough she wouldna go, and so our curtain days commenced among the frost and snow. So fare thee weel, Drumdelgie, and I mun gang awa. So fare thee weel, Drumdelgie, your witty weather and a'. Fare thee weel, Drumdelgie, aye, and I bid yous all adieu, and I'll leave ye as I found ye here, a damned uncivil crew. Here's a story song. This is from the days before television, when people would sit round the fire and sing the long old ballads. Why? I'll play this one for Kerry because I know she likes it. It's called Jeannie of Bethelney.
or Glen Logie. Story of a young girl, 16 years old, who has a crush on a much older man in his early 20s, Glen Logie of the Clan Gordon, and they met at a clan gathering. I'll sing you the story instead of telling you what it is. That's fine. Here we go with Jeannie of Bethelney. There was 24 nobles sat in the king's hall, and bonny Glen Logie was a floor o' them a', and there was 6 maidens sat in the king's hall. Bonny Jean o' Bethelney was a floor o' them a'. Down came Jeannie Gordon, she came tripping down the stair, and she's chosen Glen Logie among all that who was there. Oh Glen Logie, and gin you'll prove kind, my love is laid on ye, and I've telled ye my mind. But he turned them round lightly as the Gordons they saw. He said, thank ye, Jeannie Gordon, but I'm promised a while. Well, she's caught her maidens to make her a bed with ribbons and napkins for to tie up her head. Oh, but toot and spark her feather, and the wayman was he. He said, I'd wed you to them Fendrum, for he's mair gowd than he. Oh, but hold your tongue, feather, for that it manna be. Can I get nae Glen Logie, then for him I will be. But their father had a chaplain, and a man of great skill. He's a rate a bridle at her, and he's died at wheel. Oh, a pox on you, Logie, the since it is so. There's a lady's love laid on ye, must she die in her woe? And the pox on you, Logie, on the since it is time. There's a lady's love laid on ye, must she die in her prime? And when Logie read the letter, he'd been among the men at suit and spak Glen Logie, what does young women mean? And when Logie read the letter, it's a light lofty tea. Oh, but ere he read out it, well, a tear blent as he. Oh, gae saddle me the black horse, gae saddle me the brown. Bonny Jean o' Bethelney will be deed ere I win. But the horse it wasna saddled, no nor stood on the green, until bonny Glen Logie was 3 miles his length. Oh, one pale and one was she, when Glen Logie he came in. Aye, but red and rosy grew she, ere she kenned it was him. Where lies your pain, lady? Does it lie in your side? Oh, where lies your pain, lady? Does it lie in your heed? Oh, no, no, Glen Logie, you're far fae the part, for the pain that I lie under, well, it lies in my heart. Turn round, Jeannie Gordon, turn round on your side, and I will be the bridegroom, and you'll be the bride. Oh, so Jeannie, she's gotten married, and her talkers didn't hold.
Bonnie Jean o Bethelny, who was scarce 16 years old. O Bethelny, ye shine where you stand, and your heather bells they ring out all across Five A's land. Here's another chorus song for you. This is a song written by Andy Stewart. Now, just before you all throw up, it's not the Andy Stewart that sings Donald Where's Your Trousers. This is Andy M. Stewart, lead singer from a Scottish band called Silly Wizard, who, if you've never heard, you should listen to. They're great. This is one of Andy's songs. And the chorus goes, there's sober men in plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men who over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But gie me a rambling rover, from Orkney down to Dover. We'll roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. Now there's sober men in plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men who over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But be me a rambling rover, they Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. There's sober men in plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men who over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But be me a rambling rover, they Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. There's many that feign enjoyment from merciless employment. Their ambition was this deployment from the minute they left the school. And they scrape and save and ponder, while the rest go out and squander. See the world and rove and wonder, and they're happier as a rule. Oh, there's sober men in plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men who over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But be me a rambling rover, they Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. They're running all the nations, they enjoying all creation, of enjoying a wee sensation when the company did prove kind. But when parting was no pleasure, I drunk another measure to the good friends that we treasure, for they always are in our mind. Oh, there's sober men in plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men who over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But be me a rambling rover, they Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. When you're bent with arthritis, and your bowels have got colitis, you've got galloping bronchitis, and you're thinking it's time to die. If you've been a man of action, though you're lying there in traction, you can gain some satisfaction thinking Jesus at least and tried. Oh, there's sober men in plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men who over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But be me a rambling rover, they Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. I will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. My beer's getting flat, so I'll sing you one more song and have a wee rest. This is a song by Robert Burns. Scotland's Golden Boy. I think of all Rabbie's songs, this is my favourite. It's called A Man's a Man for All That. For all that means in spite of everything. It's there for honest poverty, that hangs its head, and all that. The coward knave, we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For all that, and all that, our toils obscure, and all that. The rank is but a guinea stamp, the man's the gout for all that. What though on hamely firm we dine, we're hard and grey, and all that. Ye fools their silks, and knaves their wine, a man's a man for all that. For all that, and all that, their tinsel show, and all that. The honest man, where's he poor, is king of men for all that. See on Birkie-Cod a laird who struts and stares and all that. Though thousands worship at his word, he's but a coof for all that. For all that, and all that, his ribbon star, and all that. The man o' independent mind, he looks and laughs at all that. For a king can mak a belted knight, a marquis duke, and all that. But an honest man, aboon his might, good faith he mauna fall.